Squalo and bringing you another super urgent cryptocurrency update. So if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I make a new upload. And we're here at the Crollo trading floor. Guys, say hello to YouTube.
Hello.
So hello from everyone. And by the way, I just wanted to introduce the participants. So this is Yanis from Latvia. There's Angelina from Miami. There's Carolina from Malta. There's David from Slovenia and Oliver from Australia. So really awesome. And there is Rainis. Hello, Rainis. And then there is also Gundars. Yes, the best guys for filming in the world. So basically, we have a lot of stuff to talk about in this YouTube video. There's a lot of interesting technicals happening. Also wanted to mention some fundamentals. Let's discuss also the whale presence and what the whales are doing, which is very important. So understanding the market sentiment, and also wanted to show you guys how it was possible to, and it still is possible to trade this whole move going down. And also we'll show you a trade that we've taken as a team here at Crollo Trading Floor as well, which is really cool. And we did a quick short trade yesterday because I'm teaching these guys and girls on how to trade and how to understand the market. And yeah, next week we're gonna be getting into real money trading, so I'm gonna be giving them real accounts next week with real money, and we're gonna be trading super actively. It's gonna be really exciting. And while I was teaching them yesterday, there was a very interesting formation in Bitcoin, which we've taken, and it was like an $80,000 short trade with no leverage. So we actually did make a small profit. So there is the size of $80,000, basically quantity of 2 Bitcoin, entry price, exit price, and then after all the commissions, we made just a tiny profit, but then nonetheless, still nice. And yeah, so without any further ado, let's get right to the price action. I'm going to show you exactly what I see and what's important for you to keep track of if you're going to be trading Bitcoin actively in the coming days. And as always, if you want to be trading actively, look no further than Bybit. And down in the description of this video, you'll find my personalized link to Bybit, which you can use to open an account, deposit money into it, and claim up to $4,100 in free bonuses for your own trading, which is amazing. So do it right now. Okay, let's get to the price action. So as we can see in the price action right now, we are moving down really heavily. We had this double top or the McDonald's pattern right here, which is actually on the way to its target, which is at about $38,000, just like mentioned in one of my previous videos. So as this is happening, there are a lot of interesting things that you could have taken, and that's what we've traded as well, which the trade that I've just showed you. But before we get into interesting trades and different formations and current targets and what you could be doing as well as an active trader, let's quickly talk about a few interesting things like the whales. What are the whales doing? So for example, this is one of the biggest Bitcoin whales that there are. And as the price is going down, this whale is still buying. So basically, this whale hasn't sold anything. And if we go just in general and take a look at all the list of the biggest whales, so some of the exchanges did have some action, but besides that, really, I mean, they keep accumulating, and we don't really see any huge sell-off in the whales, so this is a good sign. But besides that, it's also very important to keep an eye out on the actual whale presence, exchange whale ratio, which we've seen before and which we've actually used to predict the previous sell-offs. And by the way, guys and girls, I forgot to mention, please hit that like button right now. Let's get to 2,000 likes on this YouTube video. And as always, it's a lot easier to hit a like button. Just go below the video, click on it, and you will see that it actually changes color. And it's really easy to do it in comparison to actually creating these YouTube videos. So please show me some support, my YouTube family, and hit that like button, and also make some noise down in the comments. And thank you in advance. Okay, so as I just said, that we've used this chart, this indicator before to actually predict some of the down moves that were happening in these areas. And as a general rule of thumb, the whale presence has to, in a bull market, the whale presence usually at the exchanges is below 85%. So below this line right here, and currently it's constantly above. So this is very, very bearish, and again, there can be a lot of market manipulation from the whales to push the price down so that they can actually get in at a lower price. So this is the current situation with the whales, but we have to understand that they are not really selling. I mean, these billionaires that we can see in their incredibly huge wallets, they're hodling, or they're actually buying more, so that they are not really selling that very much at all, and this is very important to understand. But at the same time, as the price keeps going down right now, our fear and greed index is actually pushing us into extreme fear yet again. So the general market sentiment is crazy fear, but it's also, again, you have to understand this in a certain perspective, that previously when the Bitcoin was around $40,000, we had incredible greed, and right now at $40,000 we have incredible fear. So this just shows market sentiment, and that people are ready to pay $30,000, $40,000, $45,000 for Bitcoin, when previously it was considered to be a super high price. So this is also a very interesting thing to keep in mind. Now a little bit about fundamentals. So currently what is going on, and that is obviously the tensions with Russia, and everything is looking like, and Biden has said that Russia is about to invade Ukraine, and some of the explosions were heard somewhere near the Russian and Ukrainian border, and this is, you know, not very good. So obviously this is something that is creating tensions in the overall, in the geopolitical perspective. So this is something to keep an eye out. But most importantly, and I think that this is even more important, that this week, this upcoming week, you really have to watch this time next week, when Biden is going to be releasing that executive order on crypto regulation and all that stuff. So everybody is expecting that there's going to be a lot of negative stuff in that executive order. So that's why this could be one of the biggest, and is one of the biggest reasons for this double top formation right here. So, but the question is really, I mean, if you're heavily invested in Bitcoin and you're seeing a loss of, you know, when the price is actually when Bitcoin is depreciating, which I'm one of those people. Again, I still have like over $100,000 that was not deployed yet in my recent portfolio. Then obviously I still am actually counting on the Bitcoin price going to maybe 30,000, 25,000, so I can get back, get more Bitcoin at a lower price. So that's something that we've been talking about previously on this YouTube channel. But again, as it's going down, there are many opportunities that you can actually take and see and understand it. For example, in this instance currently, this is very important for you to understand, that we have the major trends, and you have to, as an active trader, you always have to look at major trends. So currently, major trend in the daily is going down, and also currently in hourly chart, we also, because here, for example, in this area right here, our major trend was actually up in terms of the hourly chart, while in the daily chart we were still down. So currently both major trends are showing downwards, so you can easily take some really interesting short trades on the way down in the way of active trading. And of course, for that we would have to go to a smaller time frame. So for example, as we were going down here and forming this double top, number one, you could have tried and traded this break right here as a short trade, because a lot of people would have been leaving here in this area simply because this would be, you know, a huge piece of disappointment, because a lot of people were getting into their long trades in this area right here. So, but if you haven't done it, then here is another beautiful, simply beautiful example that you could have taken. This super important squeezing with support and resistance right below, which was very important level for us to break, which I mentioned in the previous video, which was 40,500, which is a historical level and a super strong one. And as we actually broke it, and we did not manage to get above it right here and actually consolidated below, this was an incredible moment to take quite a few interesting short trades. I'm going to show you exactly what those are, but in general, one big one just happened just now. What this entry right here with a potential target. Again, the technical target could have been right here, for example, from this break down to this moment right here, which actually the technical target was met spot on. So if you've taken the short trade, good job. And also, for example, another our current target with this yellow level right here is actually a very important historically from the 4-hour chart, for example, which was created right here with a bunch of confirmations, confirmation number 1, number 2, and then a bunch of confirmations here. Then finally we broke it, and now we're coming back to it. So this could have been your target as well, just not to risk it bouncing off of this level. And again, it could go just as fast down through it, But as we are seeing, there still is some kind of an effect, but perhaps it's gonna get broken, but we'll see what happens. But one of interesting entries that I really wanted to mention, that wasn't just this big one. There were actually quite a few small ones on the way as well, which I wanted to mention right here. So if I'll just do it really quickly for you guys and girls to see. Again, you have to remember that key market level placement has to be spot on and has to be very, very precise. You cannot do it imprecisely, so you have to be very careful about what you're doing when it comes to the placement of key market levels, and sometimes it takes quite a lot of time to place them accurately. So for example, this was number one, a very nice opportunity for a short trade, and also this was a very interesting false break of this 40,500 level right there, and also this squeeze right here was quite interesting. Which could have been taken just in the same manner, just like this one, of also going down. And this is actually the one that we've traded yesterday with everyone at the crawler trading floor, and where we've made about $800, which was quite nice. We've taken our profit here with a technical target, and also our risk and money management that we're currently using at the trading floor. And also there was another beautiful one, which actually led to the breakout of the bigger one that you've just recently seen right here. Also just a 3 beautiful short-term trades, that all of which would have been an incredibly nice profit depending on your risk and money management. But this is the current situation, and as we can see, yes, so the price is breaking through this level right here. There's a lot of volatility and a lot of volume coming in. You can see how nervous the price is, so it probably is going to be coming very close to our initial target of about $38,000, which is the target from the double top right here, this double top that I've just mentioned as well. And if we take it the volume profile, we have to still understand that for the bulls we have some hope right here, because we have a lot of volume standing here from the previous consolidation that we had in this area, from about our current local minimum of about $33,000 up to $38,000. So this could be the place where we'll spend some time. So we'll see how that behaves. But if we're gonna be breaking easily going down through it, then our target could be as low as 30,000 or even lower. But I would certainly say that we're gonna slow down at 30K for sure, just because of us looking at this area and the amount of support we had from 30K right here. So I wouldn't be betting on us going down very fast down to 30K like in the coming days. So it might, again, depending on what Biden is going to actually say in his executive order next week. And one more interesting thing that I really wanted to mention, and that's something that nobody is currently looking at, and this is another head and shoulders pattern, but a bearish one. So here is shoulder, a head, and you could actually say that this is another shoulder happening right now. So if this is gonna play out and we're gonna break the neckline of $34,000 right here, our target could be, and I'm even actually a bit scared to actually measure this, but if we break the neckline, so here could be our potential target for the down move, which would actually lend us around the previous all-time high of $20,000, which was actually with $16,000 right here. So yeah, this is like the worst, absolutely worst case scenario, and I hope that it's never gonna happen. I don't think that we're gonna go down as low as $16,000, but certainly anything's possible. So wish us luck down in the comments for the Crawler Trading Floor and the Crawler Trading Show, and season 2 is gonna be coming up very soon. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please do follow me on Instagram. A lot of backstage stuff is happening there. And as always, stay smart, stay rich, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheerio!